Hi, I am Urshula Sundari. I am a yoga teacher and naturopathic nutrition therapist. And today I wanted to talk to you about stress and digestion. But before we do that, let me just quickly mention that if you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification, you will know as soon as I upload a new video. So I really recommend you do that. Okay, let's talk about stress and digestion. In one of my previous videos about understanding and dealing with stress, I already mentioned that when we are stressed, our body automatically activates the stress response, the fight or flight response. It's a complicated thing. Many things happen in our body when we are stressed. But the one thing that is important to us at the moment is the fact that stress basically shuts down the digestion. Because when we are stressed, all the blood flow from the digestive organs is redirected to different body parts and different organs. That means that we don't digest our food. If we don't digest food, we don't absorb the nutrients from the food. We don't get the benefits of our meal. You have probably noticed that people who are under stress for a long time tend to lose weight. That's because they tend to lose appetite. And that obviously can lead to the situation when they lose weight too much, too quickly. Losing unhealthy weight like that, it's not very good. And it can have a long-term repercussion for your body. Because if you don't eat, you don't digest, and you don't absorb. You don't give your body necessary tools to repair and restore. You need these proteins for building blocks. You need fiber, you need good fats, you need vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. We know that those things are important for our skin health, for example, but did you realize how important they are for your overall health? Sometimes we forget that vitamins don't do just one thing. Very often, they are coenzymes, they are important in different processes. Vitamin D, for example, which is the one that we produce in our own body when we expose to the sun, is important for our immunity, is important for our bone health, is important for our mood, is important for many, many things in our body. So do not take it lightly. Make sure you eat a good quality, healthy diet. Other things that sometimes happens when we are stressed is the fact that we go actually the opposite way and we overeat. Unfortunately, in these situations we tend to reach for comfort foods, foods that are rich and creamy and sugary, like chocolates and ice cream, things like pizza and macaroni cheese. And as much as those things are enjoyable and it's okay to eat them every now and then, they don't really usually have much nutrients. Yes, they are rich in sugar, but except that, they don't actually contain much protein, they don't have too much minerals and vitamins, they don't have much fiber, which actually can have a very negative effect on our health, both physical and mental. Okay, it is true that some things like chocolate, especially dark chocolate, good quality dark chocolate, is actually beneficial to our body in not too big quantities. Yes, chocolate can help us feel happy. That's because chocolate helps us to release endorphins. These are the small chemicals in our brain that are responsible for feeling happy. But overeating of chocolate, it's not a good solution to your stress problem. Other things that sometimes happen when we are really stressed is the situation when our allergy returns. So some people are allergic to things through their whole life, but actually many of us is only allergic to certain foods or detergents or pollens when we are children. Some of us manage to grow out of our allergies and no longer suffer them as adults. But unfortunately, they do tend to return when we are really, really stressed. And once again, we experience bloating and skin rashes and other unpleasant signs and symptoms. So you need to find a way of dealing with stress in a good, healthy way. But don't worry, there's a few things you can do. For example, physical activity is very important not only for your physical health, but also for your mental health. Did you know that in about 20 minutes from when you start your exercise, your brain releases the endorphins? These are the same little chemicals that I mentioned before. They are responsible for us feeling happy. The good news is it doesn't have to be a very strenuous exercise. It doesn't have to be jogging or weightlifting. If you go for a nice long walk, that is definitely sufficient. And you might as well discover other things that nice long walk can bring you. Long walks can be really calming, especially if you're lucky to walk in nature. If there is a park nearby you, why don't you go there, have a walk around it? If not, if you live in a big city and it's not easy for you to go to the park, why don't you explore a new neighborhood? Or even just look around your neighborhood where you're living. Surely you will discover new beautiful things about it. Every day when we walk past fast and minding our business, you don't really notice how beautiful the buildings around can be. You don't really realize how colorful your neighborhood can be. So exercising is actually a great way of improving our health, both physical and mental. The other thing that is really important for our health is actually sleep. Having a proper night's sleep is absolutely essential for our health, both physical and mental. Average adult needs about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day. Many of us really don't sleep that much, and that affects your body and mind. So, have a look at your life. See if there is something you can change about your everyday routine to make sure you get enough sleep, so your body can rest, so your mind can rest, and you feel more rested and happier the next day. The other thing that obviously is important, something I mentioned before, is the healthy eating. Probiotics are the good bacteria that live in our body. Prebiotics are the food for these bacteria. They're usually different types of fiber. Did you know that there is a nerve that goes directly from the gut to the brain? The vagus nerve is actually very important when it comes to our health, for our physical health and mental health. Healthy gut is absolutely essential. These bacteria, they help absorb our food, so they're actually crucial. If you have been on antibiotics recently, I recommend you reach for the probiotics in the form of capsules as supplement. Otherwise, try to incorporate probiotic-rich food into your diet like sauerkraut or kimchi or kombucha or kefir. Whatever you like, just make sure you have it. The other thing that is important is fiber. It doesn't seem maybe like it's something that influences our mood so much, but everybody who's constipated is a little bit grumpy, right? It's only natural. It makes our body feel stuck and uncomfortable. So it bends to influence your mood. Obviously, proteins are important for healthy diet. They are the building blocks for our body. They help to restore our body. When we break them down to smaller particles they called amino acids. Those amino acids are actually often cofactors in different processes in our body. The thing about protein though is that it really helps to maintain healthy blood sugar balance. Don't be angry when you're hungry. Eat properly. Make sure you eat balanced, healthy meals, regular meals. Everybody gets angry when they're hungry. It's really a natural reaction. But you can do something about it. You can make sure that you have the meals that are rich in protein. That will help to balance your blood sugar level so you don't say things you later regret. You don't say things when you're angry. Don't be sorry for the things you said when you were hungry. Make sure you eat good quality foods. And the last food group I wanted to mention here that is actually absolutely essential for our mental health and physical health as well is fat. Good quality fat is absolutely essential, as I said, especially omega-3s. This is a brain food. Our brain is made of fat. Every cell of our body is surrounded by phospholipid bilayer. That means that there is a tiny layer of fat cells around, of fat particles around every cell. Don't be scared. Eating fat doesn't actually make you fat. No, especially eating good quality fat. Fish is one of the most healthiest food on earth. Just be mindful about the quality of fish you buy. Make sure it's sustainable, that it's line caught, and enjoy. It's really, really important for our physical and mental health to eat good quality omega-3s, essential fatty acids. There's been plenty of studies done on that. If you're interested about it, I recommend you research FAB, which is Food and Behavior FAB. University of Oxford runs a charity that focuses on researching food and behavior relationship. And based on their studies, and obviously not only their studies, you can conclude that omega-3s, fatty acids, the DHA, the EPA is very, very important for your mood, for your mental well-being, for your nervous system health. So have a look into your diet. If you are vegan, then have a look at algae oil. It's a vegan version of the same omega-3. There's lots of different omega-3s, and I'm sorry, but linseed oil, which also contains lots of omega-3, is a different type of omega-3. And yes, we can get benefits from it, but in order to do that, our body has to process it quite a bit. So if you're already slightly unwell, if you're lacking sort of enzymes, like delta-2 desaturase, your body won't be able to break it down properly in order to make DHA or EPA. You won't get the same benefits. So fish oil, for vegans, algae oil. Make sure you have it in your diet. Make sure you eat balanced diet. You have regular meals that contains protein, complex carbohydrates, and good fat. That will give you plenty of antioxidants and minerals and vitamins, so you will look well and you will feel well, both physically and mentally. And the last thing I'm going to mention is, of course, positive thinking, breathing exercises, and meditation. They are a game changer. If you never try it, do not hesitate, try it out. It really, really, really helps to relax. It really helps to regulate our stress response. So it's really something very special, that it's very simple, and it's something that absolutely anybody can do, no matter the age, no matter how you look, no matter where you're from, no matter what's your diet. You can try meditation, breathing exercises, and positive thinking. If you struggle with stress, I really recommend you try it out. Head to my website, download my ebook, Meditation 1.0. It's an easy guide for meditation for the beginners. The book is $6.99 at the moment, but if you use the code YouTube1, which is active till end of April 2019, you will be able to get the extra $2 discount. So they will give you a price of $4.99. It's a safe website. You can pay by PayPal, you can pay with Stripe, So I really recommend you try it out if you struggle with stress. Otherwise, I want to encourage you to follow me on Instagram. I post lots of yoga, meditation, and healthy eating photos. So hopefully it will inspire you to maybe looking at your diet and your lifestyle and figuring out the other way of dealing with stress. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching me again. That was Ursula Sundari, and I hope to see you here again soon. Bye.